What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode number 7. This episode is titled, Don't Rock the Boat, you guys. Now, before I go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, these guys are doing me a solid favor and stop taking me out in this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to my channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, shall we? All right, you guys. Now, you guys may or may not hear some noise. So currently they are outside of my hallway and they are painting our walls outside. Not sure why they're doing that, but I mean, I guess if that's what they want to do, go for it. Because I came home earlier today and I saw some tape and some paper all on my door. I was like, wait a minute, girl, what the hell is going on here? But yeah, if you guys hear, they're walking through the hallways, they're cleaning up, and I think they're almost done, hopefully. But yeah, you guys, this episode, I don't know how long this video is going to be because I don't have a lot of notes with this episode because this episode really did not give me a whole lot to talk about. Was I bored with this episode? Yes and no, because there was one scene in particular that I kind of laughed at, and you guys will know what scene it is once we get to it. But this episode, we open up where we last left off. You guys remember in last week's episode, it was Candace, Wendy, and Mia and Robin in the car, right? And Robin was in the back seat of the car. She was crying, I ain't done nothing to none of y'all. I beg to differ, ma'am. Let's think about Karen and her raised tax issues. Karen and raised tax issues. You and Giselle, you sat down with that dinner with Giselle, not with Giselle, with Karen. When Karen told you you gotta make millions to owe millions, Karen Huger is loaded and debt free. Remember that? Then you, Giselle, and Ashley went over to that house, I think it was in Great Falls, and dropped off that pizza to see if Karen actually lived there. Like, let's just go down a line of things that you have done. You've done stuff, Robin. So for you to sit here and play the victim, I just wasn't here for it. And this, let me say this right here, right quick. Y'all know I don't, so when it comes to Potomac, I don't see it for certain people on the show, but I don't really care for anybody on this cast. Let's keep it real, right? I can tolerate Candace. I tolerate Wendy. I tolerate Karen because Karen is fun. Karen is just funny as hell to me. Giselle, I don't dislike Giselle. I just wish that Giselle would, the things that Giselle does, it just kind of, it's like, girl, you do a lot for no reason. And we'll talk about that because she did that in this episode. You do a lot. Mia just lies. And Nneka, we don't really know her. She's still trying to feel her out. And who else is on this cast? I will say that this season has a lot of people, right? And so far, this is no shade to Nneka, but I don't necessarily know what Nneka brought to this show to be added as a housewife. Because from what I've saw, she's just not, for me personally, she's not given much storyline because her storyline is tied into this stuff with Wendy. And I know somebody gonna say, well, Karen ain't have a storyline. I've said it every season. Karen has no storyline. Giselle has a storyline, but I don't know how much she's gonna talk about this storyline. Gray's going to college. Technically, Mia got a storyline and stuff with Gordon, and it's gonna come up later in this season. Ashley has no storyline. Candace has a storyline. Like, a lot of these women don't have storylines, but that's neither here nor there. Now, Robin in the back seat, she's saying that, her husband doesn't do anything to, he doesn't talk about these women unlike other husbands. And I'll give you that. The reason why Juan doesn't say anything like unlike other husbands is because Juan is what? Never around. I am so glad that Juan Dixon is not here. Remember that, Robin? Remember how stupid you sounded? I am so glad that Juan Dixon is not here. Oh, so yeah, he doesn't say anything. And Wendy chimed in and said, my husband doesn't say anything about anybody either. The only husband that's really been vocal about the women, let's just keep it a buck, Michael Darby, and he's not around anymore. We haven't saw Michael Darby since we're on season 8 currently, right? So we ain't saw Michael Darby since season 7 of Potomac. No, we're on season 8. We ain't saw Michael Darby since season 6 of Potomac. And they did show a clip of Chris. I guess Chris was doing a podcast. And I know Chris is very vocal when it comes to Potomac. He's very vocal. He speaks his mind. Do I have a problem with it? Not necessarily. Did I have a problem with what he said last, if him speaking of last season? No, he was clearing his name and whatnot. So it is what it is. We'll pause here and we'll move forward, you guys. Now, here's the thing that I want to ask. Y'all know I am from Texas. Y'all know I'm a Texas boy at my core. Texas is home. Now, like I said before, I ain't been to Austin before. What the hell did Ashley have? Let me pause right here. What the fuck did Ashley have on? That looked a hot ass mess. You got this. Ashley still don't know how to dress for her boobs. She still doesn't know how to dress her titties. And then them pants she had on was an absolute hell to do. And then them shoes, ma'am, no. But what I was finna say is, I'm so country, about to say fixing to finna. What I was finna say is, in Texas, there are so many different things that we could do. Like y'all, there are so many we have nice upscale restaurants here in Texas, and we have nice venues that you can go to here in Texas. But these people literally went to chicken shit bingo. I was kind of curious as to what I wasn't curious, but I was curious, right? What is chicken shit bingo? I would never go to chicken shit bingo. This sounds like some, how do I say this in the nicest of ways? I'm not. It just sounds like something that I would never do. Girl, they got a picture of Elvis in the background. That tells you everything that you need to know. So chicken shit bingo, it's a situation where it's a bingo card, right? And I guess you put your money on it. And so it's a chicken, it's in a little coop. And so wherever the chicken decides to shit at, whatever number that is on, then that's who wins. I was like, oh, that is so nasty. This is a bar, and it looks like a dive bar on top of that. Again, where are these people at again? Because no shade. These are the only people that I see in there. I didn't see too many of these people in there. I just saw more of this. Now, when I sat down, Robin is still crying. I'm laughing because I had the episode on because I'm rewatching it as I review. So Robin was still had the napkin up to her, and so in that moment, Mia told Giselle what is going on, right? And then out of nowhere, Candace started crying. I was like, why is Candace crying? I was confused as to why Candace was crying. I was like, hurt. I was like, not hurt. I'm reading a closed caption. I was confused. Now, Wendy did say, like, let's not do that here at Chicken Shit Bingo. So Giselle asked, did Candace ever apologize? And Mia said no. And they all said, so why is Candace crying? And again, I was wondering, and somebody was like, well, Candace always cries. She does. But Wendy was like, don't do that to Mia. Don't do that. Don't make it about her. And so Giselle, mind you, Giselle doesn't want to have a conversation with Wendy, but she's talking to Wendy in this particular moment about Candace and calling Candace, fake. And, she doesn't apologize and all that stuff. And she wasn't a good friend to Robin, and Robin ain't done shit to her. Here's my thing. Yes, Robin defended Chris, but the situation at hand was last season. Robin had something that was going on in her real personal life. And instead of talking about that, like, oh my God, Robin, you can see your tracks. Oh my God. I'm sorry, you guys. Like I said, the episode is on. And so Robin's head is bent down, right? and you can literally see her tracks. I've noticed that about Robin. You can always see her tracks. Because last season when they went to Mexico, you could see her tracks in one of the scenes. But like I said, instead of Robin actually saying that there's something going on, like to Giselle, like Giselle, stop. Like, let's not attack Chris, right? Let's not do that to Chris. Because I'm dealing with some real shit in my life where my husband was, went to and paid for a hotel room for another woman that ain't me. So yeah, that could have happened, but it didn't. It didn't. Am I going to sit here and say that Robin is to blame for that? No, she's not to blame for it. So Robin ended up getting up and going outside, and that's where we got that scene from her in the trailer where she's sitting on the curb and just crying. And Mia following behind her, and Wendy was like, "Why is she going behind her?" I was like, "Girl, just let it go, let it go." So Robin is on her, before harmonica with them, them white heels on. Before what is it? Y'all know the song. Y'all know the song. I know the song too. I just can't think of it right now. Before you walk out my life, that's it. But so after that, Giselle went outside to go check on Robin. Ugh. Once again, let's go back to this real quick. Chicken shit bingo. There is literally palm colored people in this place. Who on production picked this and why? I'm just confused on like who on production picked this particular shit. What I will say is I noticed that this in the whole first half of this episode, we were at chicken shit bingo. It was boring. Chicken shit bingo again. I'm a Texas boy. We couldn't find anything else fun to do besides this. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Okay. 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 I mean, I guess. I guess. Now, eventually, Robin, Mia, and Giselle, they left. So the only ones who were left at Chicken Shit Bingo was Candace, Aneka, Karen, and Wendy. Aneka, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. When Wendy was talking to Candace, she was not trying to tell Candace how to feel. She was not trying to tell Candace what to do. You are very much so giving obsessed. Wendy was not trying to manipulate that situation. Ms. Aneka, what I want you to manipulate is I want you to manipulate somebody to do your makeup correctly because your foundation and your makeup is atrocious and your wigs are even worse. Like, I want you to learn what color your skin is because this ain't it, my good girlfriend. This makeup that you got blended into your skin, it's a no. It's a no potato. But the ladies did have fun with chicken shit bingo. Again, can we find something better for these ladies to do besides chicken shit bingo? Because this again, this is not it. What was this? Huh? Like, no. Let's move on. Robin, I want to point something out real quick, really quickly. So Robin was talking about Candace was cyberbullying her. Ma'am, go to bed. Cyberbullying. I think we're reaching. You and your girlfriend over there, y'all was reaching in this episode because cyberbullying. Okay, girlfriend. If that's what you believe that. I think it's bullshit. I really do. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. Next up, you guys, it is Karen's triple 20. Is that what she said? The triple 20? 60. Karen, stop being. Y'all know how I feel about Karen, and y'all know I love Karen. I like Karen, right? Karen is my girl. But again, like I said, when it comes down to it, I have no problem with calling people out. But, Karen, just say 60, baby girl. Just say 60. You look damn good for 60. One thing that I will say is, like I said last week, I may not be the biggest fan of Mia, but Mia is funny. When Mia sat there and impersonated Candace crying, y'all, I hollered when I saw it. I cracked up. Giselle, 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 Giselle. Let me point this out. Let me say this to you guys real quick because somebody wanted to come at me on Twitter about this situation with Giselle. So Giselle went to go, tell Karen happy birthday. She took her 3 gifts. They were from the hotel, by the way. Um, and my thing is, Giselle wants to sit here and tell Karen that she's not fucking with Candace, right? Because of what Candace said last season at the reunion, talking about her white looking ass, right? And she wants to say that she got death threats and that is because of Candace. Ma'am, that has nothing to do with Candace. And so I tweeted last night, and I'm actually going to go to my Twitter and find the particular tweet because somebody came back to me and I was like, ma'am, go be up. And I told a person at one point, go be obtuse somewhere else because what the hell are we talking about? Like, no, so unless I'm pretty sure the person, oh no, she didn't block me. But go be obtuse somewhere else. And I told her that, like, literally, go be obtuse somewhere else. So my tweet says, so how is Candace responsible for what people say to Giselle? With 3 question marks after it, right? So this person comes up under my tweet and says, because Candace made her statement based on skin color and that wasn't factual, you guys cannot tell Candace how she feels. If she feels that way, that's how she feels. And I came back to this person and said, again, I ask, how is Candace responsible for the actions of others? So this person comes right back up under my tweet and says she provoked the actions by making the statements. I said she did not provoke a thing. She said her feelings. You can agree or disagree. What others do is not her fault. Please be obtuse somewhere else. Like, go away from me with that. Like, y'all are so delusional and stupid. So because Candace told Giselle that she uses her skin, which Giselle really ain't that white looking. She's not passing. Because, I mean, when you look at Giselle, you can definitely tell that is just a light-skinned black woman with blue eyes and blonde hair. Nothing about her is passing. No shade to her, but I got what Candace was saying. You could say her light skin privilege, but she ain't white looking. But hey, that's what I have to say. But I think Giselle was being facetious because you guys know how producers are. If there's stuff that happens, they typically ask those ladies to show it. What they'll typically do is they'll blur out people's names and faces, but they'll show the threats that have come across their timeline. But once again, like I said, even if it happened, what the fuck does that have to do with Candace? Nothing. So the ladies then went kayaking. I was bored as hell watching them kayak. I think I stopped paying attention at one point, to be quite honest with you. Nia and G, he's telling her about the lawsuit against his brothers. She's saying that she don't want him to do it. I was like, are you sure you don't, never mind. The kayaking, like I said, it was boring as hell. This episode was just boring as fuck to me. I know Candace did thank Karen for being there for her the night before. And yeah, you guys, I got nothing from this episode. I'm really struggling. I am really, really, really struggling. What else happened in this episode? Oh, when they got back to the hotel, right? Robin, she called up her husband. She called up her damn husband to tell him about the stuff that's going on with her and Candace, right? Robin, again, you might not be my favorite person on this show, but you deserve better than what you're getting. I'd be damned if a nigga that ain't got no motherfucking job finna be sitting on the phone screaming at my black ass. I'd be damned if any. First of all, fuck that. Man, woman, dog, cat, child, whatever. You not finna sit on the fucking phone and scream and berate me. I'm gonna hang up the phone in your fucking face. Like, who are you yelling at, bitch? And that's exactly what I would have said to one. Because she up here talking to him, and it's on speaker, by the way, and he is going off on her, yelling at her. The minute that nigga would have started, like I am notorious for that. The minute anybody starts yelling at me in person or on the phone, I am like Meredith Marks. I disengage. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to it because you're not gonna talk to me in that way. If I'm talking to you in a calm tone, you're not going to scream and yell at me. I wish the fuck you would. Like I said, especially if we're on the phone, I'm just gonna disconnect the phone in your face. I'm like, good night, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Have a good one. Click. You can call back. I'm not gonna answer. But girl, I wish a nigga would. A nigga that ain't got no job. A nigga that ain't got a job. Hit one with a nigga. I'll put you out the house. Nigga, as soon as I get back to Potomac or wherever the fuck they live, they don't. But yeah, you guys, I would literally tell Juan to, sir, as soon as I get back home, you gonna get your raggedy ass out of my house. Like, ain't no way you finna sit here and scream and yell at me. Fuck out of here. But that's the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on. Share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.